Deadly chaos in Beirut this hour. Several people have been killed and more than a dozen injured after gunfire erupted during a protest. People ran for cover as a demonstration against the lead judge investigating last year's massive blast at the city's port turned violent. The protest was organized by Hezbollah and its allies. It's not yet clear what triggered the gunfire. Prime Minister Najib Mikati has called for calm and the army has been deployed. For more on the latest, let's cross over to Beirut to our correspondent Bassel Aridi. Bassel, what's the situation like right now where you are?
I can say that in the last 10 minutes, the situation is settled down, perhaps. I didn't hear any gunshots before that. The clashes between the Lebanese armed forces and the gunmen that was so heavy. It was the highest and the most critical clashes since morning. I heard at least 5 RPGs that were just exploded just behind me at that roundabout where these armed personnel standing by. According to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, he counted at least 6 dead and 16 critically injured. At the moment, according to the latest info that I have right now, that the commandos in the Lebanese Armed Forces, the special forces, are taking the lead in the area behind me in order to put an end to all these clashes. As I said, the RPG they were targeted toward the LAF, the Lebanese Armed Forces. I don't know until this moment if there's any casualties among the Lebanese armed personnel. It's not clear yet. All we know at this moment that there is at least 6 dead and 16 injured, according to the Minister of Foreign Affairs.
Well, this protest is linked to last year's massive blast at the city's port that has killed more than 200 people. How much is that incident still affecting people?
In fact, the situation regarding the port blast, didn't put an end in Lebanon since last year. In every week, there is weekly protest, demonstration for the families of the victims, and this explosion started to take a political track. Some believe that it's the judge who taking the lead in this investigation, Bitar, mainly. He's accused by Hezbollah and its allies that he's not taking the investigation seriously, which means that he's not following the rules of law, and he's doing such taking track in a way that might accuse some Hezbollah perhaps and some of its allies. They claim this thing, so they try to put an end to make this judge quit through the cabinet. But according to the Lebanese law, this couldn't be done. So there's a quarrel inside the cabinet meeting 2 days ago, and that's led to postpone the meetings to next week. And today they asked for this mass gathering, facing the Minister of Justice to protest against this judge. But what happened that this violence take over. There were some gunmen. They shoot against the protest. Our office, the Deutsche Welle office, which is just nearby on this roundabout, was hit by these gunshots. The studio was affected directly by these gunshots. Thanks God, all the team is well, and we are all secured up to this moment. So we think that the situation is, let me say that as well, that this is the most difficult and the most dangerous escalation that occurred in Beirut since 2008. Hopefully that the Lebanese Armed Forces will put an end to this escalation before night. They're trying to do so. That's why they said that they asked the commandos and the special forces to interfere in these clashes.
Thank you very much, DW correspondent Bassel Aridi in Beirut for us.